Well, moving the capital from Asagba is not the issue. Let them agree where they want their capital to be. If they want, they can choose Asagba. If they don't want, they want to move it. That is their business. That is the Anioma people's business. And I don't have any business with that. So, but my business is that if they are not serious, we'll go to our choice of another state or any other place that we want. All we know is that it has been approved that Southeast will have an additional state. What we need to get straight is that the Senate has approved the creation of additional Southeast states. And another thing is that Anioma state creation is heating up. There is a technical committee of which Asagba has resigned now because of issues. So why is the Anioma state creation heating up now, if not to add it to the approved one state that is needed in the Southeast? You get the connection.
From the way things are going, Asagba is likely to lose the capital of Anioma state. They should start considering where the capital will be located. You understand? Because Anioma, I don't see what Asagba is contributing to, will contribute to Anioma. Asagba happens to be one of the smallest community in Anioma.
So I want to speak to you again, Asagba of Asagba.
Anioma to the southeast is a no-no. There is nothing like Anioma state to the southeast. Anioma must be in Anioma.
So, but there are some things we need to get very clear in this Southeast creation and Anioma state proposed. The point is that it is because of the approval to create additional 6 states for the Southeast that the issue of Anioma state, heightened up. That Ned Nwoko was pushing. He's using his campaigning for the addition of Anioma state to the Southeast state. So it's not just that the government want to create Anioma state. No. If I'm wrong, prove me right. It's not that the government want to create Anioma state. It's because of to have additional state in the Southeast. That's why they want to create Anioma state to at the top. And owing that elites, somebody like Ned Nwoko is pushing for it. That is why the government is giving it a listening ear. So, but you can never rule out the fact that some people are not in favor of it. You heard what Asagba of Asagba said about it, and being the chairman of that committee, that he has resigned completely because they want to move the capital of Anioma state from Asagba to any other place. And being that he's in charge of the committee, that he doesn't tell well of him. Well, if I am him, I will still feel the same. But let me tell you guys, there is nothing wrong with having capital at Asagba. Where is the capital of Oka? Anambra state. Is it not Oka? Oka is almost at the boundary state of Anambra state. The same thing, just the way Asagba is the way Oka is. Except if there is other things, maybe they are looking at other things, probably the way Asagba was made, the capital, probably some people were aggrieved, that some people use power to make Asagba the capital, but somewhere must be capital in every state. Then if you come to Enugu, Enugu has been the capital of old Anambra state and still remains the capital of the new Enugu state. So you should not, well, if you want to bust this opportunity of having a state of your own, now Nasabi, that one no consign me. My own is that if you people are not united to know what you want in Anioma, then we don't have choice than to go for a TT state in Anambra state or in a Southeast or other state or whichever state that they want, but the approval has been given to us, Southeasterners, to have additional states. That is the point that I'm making. So you heard, some people over the media saying a lot of things about, both the elites and the low-ranking people. They say their mind about it. So, but in this video, let me just play this short video, you hear what this man is saying.
Let me use the opportunity to advise Asagba people and Abo people. From the way things are going, Asagba is likely to lose the capital of Anioma State. Asagba is likely to lose the capital of Anioma State. The capital of Anioma State, they should start considering where the capital will be located. You understand? Because Anioma, I don't see what Asagba is contributing to, will contribute to Anioma. Asagba happens to be one of the smallest community in Anioma without any resources, even without even farm produce. But they want to make decision for us. No, we are going to consider somewhere like Ubuluku or Gwashuku or Kwale to be our capital our capital city. Please share this video. Don't lose hope. You understand? Sensitize people. Tell people about the need for Anioma creation and for the need for us to rejoin or be part of the Southeast, which we traditionally and culturally belongs to. Thank you, and share this video.
So you have heard this young man, what he said. If you want to know the truth, go to the low-ranking people. That is where you know the truth about the situation. You heard what this man said, that they culturally and traditionally belong to the Southeast, but his own problem is that he doesn't want Asagba people or Asagba to become the capital of Anioma State. He made his own very clear. You heard what he said. That one no concern me. My own is to help you guys to propagate the idea of Anioma State, of which I have said this severally, that this is the game changer. If you people like, you throw away the opportunity. You know, that one no concern me. If you like, you throw away the opportunity. If you don't like, oh, no. So, but me, I'm doing my best to propagate the idea of Anioma State, of which I also married from Anioma State, you know, proposed Anioma State, you know, and I told you guys that we from Anambra, you know, it is easier for us to even marry from Anioma than going to somewhere else. It is easier. And that is my own idea, but if you prove me wrong, then I will understand what you are saying. So having said that, I'm video about this guy, his own idea about what he has to say about the Anioma State. And you know, like I told you guys, people have their own different ideologies. Both the elites, both the low-ranking people, all of them have their own ideology. So let's listen to what this one has to say about that, and after we'll come back and continue.
Anioma to the southeast is a no-no. There is nothing like Anioma State to the southeast. Anioma must be in Anioma. Say the Asagba of Asagba. Asagba of Asagba say he no support any Ned Nwoko saying that they will create Anioma and Anioma will be the sixth state in the southeast. That Anioma will be in Anioma. That he supported the creation of Anioma, but Anioma is going to be in Anioma. And when I talk all these things before, some of them go come, they call me names, they try to insult me. But they'll be very honest to you. There is nothing like Igbo Delta. There is nothing like Anioma na Igbo people. These people, them decided to be on their own. And it's the right time you guys from the southeast should comport yourself. Person no want you, be say no want you. You do your own. All those beggy, I don't. In fact, they off me, they make me they feel headache. This is a royal highness. No be an ordinary person talk amo. So it's time that you people should put it into your head. Trying to drag people who say they no be Igbo. Person go tell you say I no be Igbo. I'm not, me and you no be the same. And you go they drag. Say two of them are the same. And it's very painful. If they make you, they downgrade yourself. Person say you no want you. Before person go say you no want you, say you no want them. Ned Nwoko is just doing what he's doing for political gain. That's how many data and see him. You understand? Same, me and you, they answer the same name. They say it no matter. Anybody can answer any name. If you like, make an answer, Emeka Chinedu. I'm not Igbo, be say I'm not Igbo. You can't force me to say that I be Igbo. And these people that, if you come to Anioma or Delta, where you people call Delta Igbo, Majority of them will tell you that I'm not Igbo. They don't want to have anything to associate themselves with Igbo. Even some of them will, when their parents give them an Igbo name, they will trash that Igbo name outside and say they are not Igbo. They are from a Delta State. And you, my Igbo brothers across the Niger, will be taking it too personal. Muna forget Ned. Come on ground and ask a typical Delta man, yeah, whether he go tell you say nothing like that. Even the ones where they speak the same language with you guys, they go say, I'm not Igbo. I've been in Delta State all my life. I was born and grew up here. I'm not talking out of emotions. I'm telling you people the gospel truth. 90% of people from the Delta Igbos, as they call them, yeah, we come and look at you, say, my name is Chukwuemeka Odumegu, but I'm not Igbo. I'm not Igbo. And if you try to force it, he go tell you things where you know like. I think it's time that the Igbos start to put your house together. Now this one they run scatter, the kpakpa on yourself. Now want other people to join on. You guys should put your house in order. Build your home to be attractive before people go on. The reason why foreigners know they come Nigeria because of this kata way we did. If our government fits Nigeria, you will see other nationalities go they come they beg for our passport to make them become citizens of Nigeria. Just the way we going abroad to do everything possible to make sure say we are a citizen of that place. People don't like to associate themselves with a place that is not clean, that is not productive, that is not attractive. You understand? We are drawing ourselves back. We leave things we're supposed to do. They focus on this thing. Anioma no be Igbo people. Take it. Swallow it.
Thank you very much. The Anioma State issue is one that I am not too comfortable discussing. Historically, certainly it has been something our people have clamored for repeatedly, and understandably so. But I have my reservations, to be honest. Truth be told, I've been the technical committee chairman for the quest for Anioma State. But I've made my position known clearly that I am for Anioma in Anioma, and that means Anioma within the geographical spread of the 9 local governments that constitute Delta North. I have never been supportive of Anioma that transcends the boundary of Delta State, and that remains my position. I wouldn't want to say more so that it wouldn't lead to unnecessary controversy, but let that be known to be my position, which I've harbored for a very long time, and that is known to everybody. It may be personal to me. I'm not speaking as the Asagba of Asagba in that regard, but let it be known that I support Anioma State, but I have my reservations about Anioma that transgresses and pushes to the southeast, as the case may be. And I have my reservations, and I have my reasons for that, but I'm not prepared to go into that debate at this point in time. Second.
Okay, you heard what that young man is saying. Of course, it's getting dark, but let me just manage and conclude this video. You heard him very well, you know, and I don't blame him for what he's saying. He's saying his own mind, what he thinks that is right, you know. But Anioma State belonging to South-South, there is no issue about that. But until the debate about creating Anioma State in South-South, but for now, they are talking about Southeast creation of states. That is the point. And that guy, you know, in every area, some people are visitors. Some people are visitors. So, but you know, when visitors talk, you know that they are visitors. Actually, in every community, there are some visitors that came to stay with those people. You know, and even in the Bible, Lot separated from Abraham, his uncle, and they decided to live on its own. That is in the idea of if Anioma people decide to stay on their own, there is no issue about that. That is their own decision, and nobody should drag them into it. Then you talk about Esau and Jacob, they are brothers, but they decided to separate in the Bible and stay on their own. Okay. Then another case in the Bible talking about Reuben, the tribe of Reuben, and Gad. That they left Israel and they moved eastward. That's why we are even saying that this Gad, there is a place in Aguleri, the origin of Igbos. The man, God himself, he has his own Obi. Probably is that same God that we are talking about. Who knows? So people must not stay together. People can decide to move and go to their own separate way where they think that they can have their own identity. So there's no case about that. But when people decide to come back, just like the prodigal son, and they stay with where he belongs, they will also be welcome back. Then I'm not calling the other people prodigal sons, so this is just an instance that I'm giving. Okay, so the point is that, having said that, that guy, you know, he's not wrong with what he's saying. He's saying his mind concerning that. But let's also hear this guy, you know, what this other person has to say finally, and we'll talk about concluding this video. Thank you.
As a father, you know, there are things you do, we children will begin to regard you as our enemy. So I want to speak to you again, Asagba of Asagba. Atena sokateza anya bulu katanisi kwa yoku. Asagba of Asagba. Ebu katanisi na agwa goku. I am covering my head. Ebu katanisi. Asagba. Ebu kata. Stop what you are doing. Asagba of Asagba. Stop fighting against the creation of Anioma state. Asagba of Asagba. Stop doing what.
Okay, this other young man is talking about the Asagba of Asagba, that what he's doing, he doesn't like it, and that is his own personal opinion. I don't blame the Asagba of Asagba, especially in the capacity of being the chairman of that committee, you know, moving the capital from his own community to another place. Kai. That is a slap, a big slap on his face. So nobody should even dispute that. Nobody should even talk about that as in, you know, the kind of pain that he will feel. He will feel a very big insult being the chairman of that committee, and some other people are talking about moving the capital from his place. And one thing I need to let people know is that I've said it before in this video, that there is no need arguing so much on that capital. If they feel that for now, Asagba can still remain the capital, maybe when they sorted it out, they can now choose any other place they want. But for now, my own advice is that let them leave Asagba. They change until they decide on what to do. Once they decide on what to do, they can now have a different location to be their capital. Well, until I come your way next time, I say bye for now.